Hey everyone, so if you've been on the internet at any point within the last month and a half or so, then you've come across this heated rivalry phenomena. And I think it's very interesting that everyone I know has at one point messaged me about this show. And it's so interesting because it's in a genre that Hollywood told us was dying. But I also think it says a few interesting things about the industry and dispels a few like really important myths. First things first, the audience reception of and meteoric rise of the show's two stars, Connor Story and Hudson Williams, directly dispels the lie that by investing in new artists, you are taking a risk. For the past decade or so, Hollywood has been just investing in known quantities, so they would hire the same actors for a lot of roles. It became really, really difficult for new stars to break in. And this created kind of like a tiring feedback loop. Was because they're doing this, audiences were not responding as well to newer projects, and so it became seen as risky to invest in someone new or quote unquote an unknown quantity. Hollywood used to be in the business of making stars, and for some reason they quit doing that, and I'm hoping that this is a catalyst for them going back to that. Second thing is, their meteoric rise also shows the importance of showing up and showing out and always giving 110% to everything you do. You'll hear their fans talk about this, but from the critical reception and now from the commercial reception, I mean, HBO Max picked this show up last minute and it blew up in like a matter of 6 weeks. Their performances were really heartfelt and they gave it their all, right? Like they didn't treat this as some sort of temporary job. They treated it as seriously as you would any great so-called Oscar baity performance, right? And that's, I think, what resonated the most with their fans. And it just reminds me of the era of the old pop star, because I know this has been a conversation that's going on social media right now, you know, where people are saying, oh, the girls don't want it anymore. They're not as hungry as, you know, Beyonce was starting out. But I think the secret to Beyonce's success, and we all say this, and I'm not saying these guys are at that level yet, but is that she showed up just as hard for an 8 a.m. morning TV performance as she did for large stadium-filled concerts. She performed her ass off each and every single time she had the opportunity to, and she didn't take anything for granted. She didn't say, oh, you know what, this is just a mall parking lot, I'm just gonna phone it in. And from all I'm hearing, these guys did the same. The last thing I'll say about this is there is something to the power of serendipitous timing. Both of them apparently had server jobs, did not think this was going to go anywhere. They started making their own projects because they were like, you know, we got the check from this small Canadian streamer and on we go to filming our feature films on iPhones or whatever. And I hope that Hollywood takes the right lesson from this, is that investing in new talent, investing in new actors can pay dividends. We could have more Connor Stories or more Hudson Williams if Hollywood learns that lesson. I mean, I'm not speaking for everyone, but I want to see new faces on my TV. I want to see new talent. I want to support someone and feel like I am a part of somebody's artistic journey. It always feels nice as an audience. Like I always think about like the folks in the 90s. They got to see the rise of Julia Roberts, the rise of George Clooney, and we haven't had that as much. We have had some of that, but we haven't had that as much in this generation, and it'd be cool to be a part of. So I'm curious what everyone thinks about this, but I've been impressed. I don't remember seeing someone shoot to fame that fast since like the days of Twilight, when you'd go to a movie theater and like the line would wrap around the block. But yeah, kudos to them. Much success.